Hey guys, and welcome to game number 76 out of 100 of my rematch series against the AI-powered Scrabble BestBot. Things have not been going as well as I hoped lately. We're on a 4-game losing streak now after a tough loss in game 75. Hoping to turn that around today. DEINTXZ index, I suppose? That seems like the only way for me to get one of my high point tiles on a double letter. Dizen doesn't do it. Yeah, I think index has to be correct. 42 points keeping TZ. Not too shabby. Watch out for index extensions like indexing or indexers. Those are certainly possible, but generally I don't worry about that kind of thing too much because if the bot gets it, it's not like it's the end of the world. It'll be 40 or 50 points, and I could also end up getting it. So usually those kind of things where the possible damage is very clearly capped, there's no potential for any 150 point plays or anything. I don't worry about that too much. But alright, we'll see. Mediocre draw here. I do get an E back, which is nice, but 2 T's and a V, not so nice. So we'll see what I'm able to do on my next turn after BestBot's move. I guess as it currently stands, I mean, something like Zed might be worth considering. It's kind of a bad leave, though. TTVEO. Don't really like that. But my other options seem a bit weak, so we'll see. Maybe the bot will give me something. Bot goes into a pretty big think here, over a minute, so we will wait and see what it comes up with. And the bot plays Steamy for 22. Odd-looking play. Wow. Surely it's got another S. Yeah, I mean, it could have just played, like, May next to the E and the X for a similar score. So it's got to have probably another S and another consonant. Like, it maybe even kept, like, ST or something. Because it could have even played Maced, M-A-Y-S-T, for more, but that would have put a T in the triple, so I get why it didn't do that. But alright. Very interesting play by the bot. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely got an S, and I think another consonant. But anyway. Let's see. Z is blocked. I mean, vetoes for 19? Is that crazy? Veto here for 16? Possibly better to keep an E? 3 points? Yeah, I think with ZT, the E really does help ensure I'm not going to run into another awkward consonant situation. I probably would give up 3 points. It's not like... I mean, vetoes is a bit more defensive. This floats an E, leaves the I and the N open, and 7's there. So, I mean, vetoes actually, I mean, it does have a lot of defensive merit. I will say that, especially if I think the bot has an S and a pretty decent leave. Tricky. Like, yeah, normally I definitely would play veto and sacrifice 3 to keep a Z here, or keep an E, I should say. But given I think the bot is sitting on a decent rack, I'm a little bit more inclined to play this just for defense. It's close. It's very close. This is one of those where, it's kind of like you could go either way and you just have to more or less trust your instinct, but I'm going to actually play vetoes here. Alright, that worked out reasonably well. I do draw an E back, which is good. And that's another thing, like generally, especially early in the game, I try not to get too bent up on E's because there are still so many to draw. Honestly, HM here is a pretty nice play. 37 points, and EITRZ is a nice leave. Feels like a play that shouldn't score 37 points, but that's the power of using those bonus squares in both directions. Normally, I also don't love keeping the Z for this long, but I just haven't had any good plays with the Z at all, and I've had pretty decent options that don't use it. The Z is not the Q, right? Like, if you're keeping the Q 5 turns in a row, then you're pretty likely doing something wrong, but if you have the Z several turns in a row, there are at least some situations when it's justifiable. I was actually also considering Hermit to that T for 42, but that is now gone because JI is not a word. Yeah, I mean, HM just looks really good. Hertz? That doesn't play. If EY were good, Hertz would be like 60. I have nothing that goes above the Y except the M. I have nothing that goes... I mean, is there anything here? No. Yeah, I mean, I think this gives back absolutely nothing. I mean, EIRTZ is a very solid leave if the bot opens the board. I could even bingo with it. I certainly could score very well. Yeah, I think HM's the play. And I mean, I'm liking the way this is going. I'm up 65 points. I've got a good leave. I haven't really even had to do anything crazy, and that's the power sometimes, guys, too, of plays like vetoes, right? They're nice and defensive because if you can restrict your opponent to a very low score early on in the game, that's really going to help you build up this early lead. And you always, it's always better to get off to the lead early than have to claw back, because once you're the one in the lead, you have more leverage to start shaping the board and trying to control it. And like, here's a nice thing, right? So the bot bingoed, but it's still an even game. In fact, I'm up a tempo, right? So like that, just by virtue of all those scoring plays and controlling the board well, I was able to set myself up for that situation. Now I'm going to play raise here almost certainly for like 60. 59 points. I mean, yeah. That's got to be the play, right? Let me just make sure I'm not missing some sort of bingo. There's not going to be a better play there. Res is not better. Yeah. That is not such a good draw. 3 sets of duplicates. Try to play Otic or something. Or Otitic even. Otitic. That is a word. No idea where it's going to go right now, of course, though. MYC is good, but I literally have like nothing there. I mean, Cot is just awful. IIOT. Dickett for 16. Really not liking my options. Does that help me? I guess Odic here now. I mean, I think this just has to be the play, right? Yeah, I mean, this scores honestly decently considering the circumstances. Cleans out all my duplicates. IoT is not like a great leave, but it's absolutely not horrible. Blocks that line. Yeah. Okay. Definitely not a terrible leave here. Need an S for isographed. A G for, or an F rather, for graffito. That would be pretty cool. An N away from indexing. Let's not forget about that. It's easy, guys, I find, to, like, if you see a spot and then forget about it later on in the game. The bot bingos again. Okay. So yeah, let's not forget about that. Oh, I have, this is cool. I can play isographed here for 39. And I very well might. Can't do anything on the top left. I can't use this if spot. Anything here? Nothing great. Riff is bad. I mean, isographed is not terrible. Both blanks already gone. I mean, honestly, I feel pretty good about this. An even game, and the bot's already gotten both blanks. Anything here? This is a spot that's worth keeping an eye on, too. Griot. Most like Fricot for a lot. Forgot doesn't work. Forgat doesn't work because JA is not good in this lexicon. I don't think I have anything there right now. Yeah, I mean, isographed, it's still 39 points. Pool is trending Val heavy, so I don't like keeping an eye, but it's 39 points. It's probably still fine. I just don't know how else I'm going to get anything comparable in terms of score. It's not like there's anything I'm dying to keep so badly here that I'd give up 10 plus points for. So I'm going to play isographed. That is a pretty good draw, all things considered. I don't think I'm going to quite have a bingo, but all right, the bot dumps its Q immediately. Makes sense. I mean, Galliot now in this spot looks great for 33, keeping BS in the Val heavy pool. Is it worth spending the S with Fakirs? Probably not. I mean, what am I even going to do there? I mean, nah, that's way worse than Galliot. Way, way worse. Just make sure I don't have a bingo. I'm playing pretty fast, so I have time. Let's see, to this ED. No, AT. 1 S left. Yeah, this S is pretty valuable. There's also Logic. Let's not forget here. It doesn't really give me a whole lot now. Yeah, I think Galliot looks pretty solid to me. I mean, BS is actually a very nice leave, drawing into a pool like this with 20 vowels, 20 consonants. 33 points. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, come on. Awful, awful draw. IIUW? Oh, gosh. Now the bot bingos. Ugh. Wow, that was like really, really bad, this draw. I mean, I might almost have to exchange here. I mean, like, oh, I guess Ewis, actually. Yeah, I mean, that's 32. I'm actually not down that much after Ewis. ABU is not a good leave, but it could be worse given the pool. I mean, I hate so much to burn my last S here, but I can't trade. The thing is, if I trade, I'm going to end up down 70, and that's even going to be more than a bingo. I have to score something here. I'm in a very tenuous position. I can't keep WU. And, like, I mean, it's just so hard to get rid of my U and an I and, like, anything else. Yeah, Ewis is simply forced here, unfortunately. I mean, there's just nothing else to do. Is there any merit to playing Ewis here? No, right? I mean, it's 5 less. I don't see why I would want to play it there. Yeah, it's really not a play I want to make, but it's a play I think I have to make. Now I draw GV. Man, not just like the game on Monday. This is one where I felt like things were going well, and then just like the bot kept scoring and bingoing, and just I don't know. But it's not over. I'm only down like 9. It's just that I'm down 9 and a tempo, and I have garbage, so it feels like a lot worse than just being down 9. And the bot plays there. I was going to play Guava in that spot. No longer a possibility. Yeah, I mean, I don't, like, what's my path to victory here? I'm down 35. I mean, I guess regardless of what it is, Vig is just kind of forced, right? Like, it scores, dumps. ABRU is, I mean, it's, again, not great, but it's not dreadful. I'm only going to be down 7 points. Like, it's not over. It's just, this play doesn't really, like, accomplish anything for the board, but I have to score. I have to clean up my rack. I think this is, it is a little tempting, you know, I'm not going to lie. Try to save indexing. I mean, there's 3 ends left. The last G. Let's just think about this for a second, guys. We have time. So try to save indexing, right? So let's just, like, if we put this I and this G over here. So A, B, R, U, V then are the tiles I'm allowed to play. Like, the problem is, I mean, I'm not going to start keeping, like, I, U, G and doing this. I'm also giving up way too many points. Yeah, I mean, my options with V, A, R, B, U are just pretty bad. I can't keep the V and the U. That's just too ugly. Then even if I do hit indexing, I'm going to be struggling too much with my rack. If there was a way I could play off, like, I don't know, VUP, but that's just not going to happen. No. All right. Yeah, I'm going to just play Vig. I think I have to. Okay. Another B. Bot gets the L. Yeah, I'm just still down like 40 points here. And I mean, how do I make back those 40 points? That's the problem. I kind of think I'm going to have to bingo, which is not going to be easy. I don't know how I outscore it, right? I mean, the pool is pretty decent. It's got some good scoring tiles, nothing horrible, some good balance. I mean, I got to come up with some sort of idea here. I don't know what that's going to be because I don't really have a good rack either. I mean, Babu doesn't really do much. Doesn't set anything up. I mean, I guess I could try to draw the D and hit, like, preened or something under Ewis, maybe? Or, like, apron? Maybe I try to play off... Can I play off Bub anywhere for any sort of respectable score? Not really. Bub here? No, it doesn't do anything. There's 2 O's left for Bubo. I don't want to do that. I mean, maybe Babu then? PER is a pretty good leave. I mean, I could still draw like proceed and stuff down there. It's not crazy, I guess. Maybe. I mean, I can't play up bear because then I empty the bag and I just lose, right? I mean, I'm down. Yeah, I'm down a tempo in a 7v7 endgame. I just, especially against BestBot, like I just lose. I can't do that. I think I have to try to somehow bingo here. Like, I just don't know. I mean, I got to get rid of at least 2 of BBP. I think because they do not go well together. So I've got to get rid of both B's. I really want to get rid of my U. Which is nowhere good to play. Like, I mean, I could play pub. If there weren't so many E's, I would definitely play pub setting up cube. But there's, I mean, the odds that the bot doesn't have an E are astronomically small with just 6 in the bag and 3 E's left. That's just not going to work. Dang. Yeah, tough turn. I mean, I don't feel like I'm out of it, but it's definitely not looking great. I mean, is it possible, I guess, after Babu, like if the bot just somehow doesn't have a good rack, I could outscore it without a bingo? Yeah, it's gonna be pretty tough. Probably not. I mean, maybe it's conceivable. Leaving 2 in the bag is good timing for that, but it's gonna be pretty tough. I just don't know what else I can really do here, honestly. Like, I wish I had some sort of more creative way to set up a hook or something. I'm just not really seeing it, though. Burb, I don't think, does me any better. Yeah, alright. I just don't see anything else. Yeah, definitely FK was not what I needed to get there. Bot just plays Ode. It doesn't even block on the bottom. Yeah, there's no chance I'm winning this. Absolutely not. So I'll just try to play some sort of out in 2 here. Is the bot going out? Doubt it with that. Just like Freak probably for 29. Saving Pen. It's probably decent, right? Let's see here. Where am I going out with Pen? I mean, under Ewis, but there's got to be something else? Right? Hold on a second here. Do I not have a second out with Pen? Is that possible? I guess anything's possible, right? Oh, Pent for 6. Okay. Is that better than Kenoff? I mean, PER doesn't really help me much either, I don't think, in terms of going out. So I guess Freak. Does the bot have any... Oh, the bot's threatening pain on the left, though. I should probably do something about that. Yeah, you got to remember that in an endgame, you have to think about what your opponent's threatening, too. I don't really want to allow it to play pain. There's no good reason to allow that. All right, so... how do I stop it, though, in a decent way? Maybe this? This doesn't actually really give a whole lot back. Yeah, I'd probably just do this then, right? Yeah, I guess I just do this. All right. And where am I going out? Nope for 12? Possibly? Don't... Oh, Paleo for 12. That's cooler, so I'll do that. Even though they score the same. I don't see anything that scores more than that. So, all right, tough loss. 366 to 397. Yeah, I don't know what to say about this one, guys. Again, just one, like on Monday, I was in a good spot, and then it just slipped away. A couple brutal draws in the bot with several consecutive scores and bingos. Just yeah, you know what's amazing though? I just noticed I actually didn't bingo this game. The bot bingoed 3 times. I didn't bingo, and I still only lost by 30. That's actually quite something. Wow. Let's take a look. Yeah, index I think has to be correct. I mean, Dizen does set up the X, but it's not worth it for 8 fewer points. So I was literally correct. The bot did have ST. That was one theory I had. It might have ST. That's funny. Yeah, I mean, Steamy looks fine. I wouldn't do this for 5 more, especially holding a ST leave. A T isn't the best thing for you. This doesn't seem like the best use of 2 S's. So yeah, Steamy seems reasonable. Figured, yeah, veto here. Oh, it's a point better on equity. That's about what I figured. You know, the E does add quite a bit of value with a constant heavy rack like ZT, but again, I just really like the defensive merits of vetoes, especially figuring that the bot did have a decent rack. This did make it pretty tricky for the bot. Yeah, Jet. Wow, indexers. Now, Jet looks fine. HM looks great here. Bot gets down ladders. Raises automatic, basically. Bot draws the other blank. Yeah, ow. Versus O. I guess, yeah, especially if you're trying to hit this R, the E really does help you for IER words, so that makes sense. Odic looks automatic. Like, I didn't actually have a ton of hard decisions this game. Oh, Softig. Wow, I did not see that. Dang. That's hard to see. Is that better than Isograph? That's the question. Probably a little bit. Not wildly. 1 point. I mean, yeah, I think drawing into this pool, AORT is a little bit safer than an I. And with both blanks gone, the X and the Z gone, turnover is not at the premium it's often at here. Like in other situations, I would definitely just go for the turnover. I mean, it's on the other hand, like it's not that great a board for AORT after this. Like there aren't a whole lot of bingo lines. So like AORT is safer in the sense that there's less disaster, but there's also just less good that can happen. You know, here I do have more chances to draw an S, some other scoring tiles, right? Like I should have seen this. I mean, it's not easy to see, but it would have been nice to consider it. I still don't think Isographed is terrible though. I don't know. It's very close. Like I said, the two plays definitely have different pros and cons. Biogas. I didn't consider that, in fairness. I did consider Bigos, but not biogas. I don't necessarily think it's better. I mean, 9 points. The S does have great value on my next turn with Fakirs for plays anyway, and I think taking this spot while I have a good way to do it makes sense. Drawing into this pool, I mean, BS is a very nice sleeve. I just unfortunately drew IIUW. I still think Galliot's a better play. Like, should I have seen this and considered it? Absolutely. So I wish I had considered it, but I still think Galliot is a better play, honestly. Unfortunately, I did give the bot a bingo here. Yeah, I mean, there's, like, what else are you going to do? Wab's keeping IIU, and no way. Ibis, no. I mean, yeah, like, you hate to do this, but you have to do it. Plays Hugh over Heady, giving up 6 points. But yeah, I mean, this is the principle of sometimes, a good leave doesn't have to be going for a bingo. You want to try to go for scoring too, right? Especially keeping the L for Logic. The Y is really going to help the bot score there. And, the bot's up. The bot doesn't need to bingo, right? It's more important that the bot is able to keep scoring and hold on to its lead. So this is a very astute play by the bot. I think a lot of players would just play Heady because it scores more, and they think, all right, I get rid of my Y. The Y is not a good bingo tile, but this is not the board and score you want to be thinking about bingos on. Hugh is definitely a better play. Vig, yeah, just kind of forced. Then the bot does capitalize up here. I saw up bear. It just loses basically on the spot because it empties the bag. Yeah, I mean, Nubber, I don't think is a good play. Bap, what do I even hit? Not a whole lot. I mean, I don't think Babu is terrible. There's just nowhere good to play Bub. Yeah, this doesn't work. I mean, I do hit stuff like Proceed and Preened some amount of the time. Propane, I don't think this is actually a terrible play. I mean, I guess it's not very inspiring, but like, what the question is, what's better, right? I mean, like, I was not thrilled about this play at all, but there's just, like I said, this is just, I mean, maybe there's some freak draw where this wins, but it basically never wins. I don't think Burb can't be better. I mean, the R is clearly better than the A with that pool. I don't think this is better. Or just pub again. I don't think this is going to work. Yeah, I mean, Burb for 8 here? I don't know. I think that gets outrun too much, honestly. The bot can play 2, and then my bingo doesn't score much, and it might be able to counterplay me. I don't know. I think Babu is actually reasonable. And the bot, I guess there's just no possible 7s here, right? Is what it's saying. It's playing Ode. I mean, why not Pain then? I guess Ode's saving Pain. I don't really understand why not then just play Pain first. But I mean, is Ode blocking something through this A or something? No. 4 peak doesn't fit. Yeah, I honestly am not sure I fully understand the logic for Ode over Pain, but okay. Yeah, Freak, like I said, I didn't want to allow Pain, so I played Funker first and then went out. All right. Yeah, I mean, another game, guys, like the one on Monday where it just feels like it kind of slipped away, but I can't pinpoint a specific place I went wrong. I mean, there are a couple of plays that were questionable, right? Isographed, it seemed like an obvious play. I didn't see Zoftig, that really nice insertion. Debatable which one was better. Again, I mean, Isographed does turn over more tiles, go more for scoring and S's, but turnover not so valuable there. So hard to say. Was Galliot better than Biogas? I think so, but yeah, it's certainly no egregious blunders there. Just another tough game where the bot did draw both blanks and a bunch of the S's, and I feel like all things considered, I put up a pretty good fight. So yeah, 5th consecutive loss. Not good, but hey, still having fun. Hope you guys are too. Hope you guys are all enjoying these videos. In any case, I really appreciate you all sticking through them, whether I win or I lose. I really do appreciate each and every one of you who watches my videos. And yeah, that's it for this one today, guys. So if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. It really helps out my channel, and I would really appreciate it. And I will see you all soon for the next video. Bye-bye.